Hi, everybody. It's me again, Anthony Burrows, for Life and Finances with Sacrifice and Service. I was adamantly scolded by persons for suggesting last time that you pay yourself first and buy everything locally. Now, according to them, it's an impossibility because they earn minimum wage. That sent me for a loop. So I went about and did my research, locally, of course, with the hope of seeing if it is at all possible for any person to survive on minimum wage. Hence, my topic for exploration today is surviving on minimum wage. In our country, minimum wage is the lowest salary which the law will allow any employer to pay an individual for a time period of work. Our minimum wage is $5.25 an hour, $42 for an 8-hour day, or $210 for a 40-hour work week. The minimum wage legislation was passed in 1993 after numerous years of struggle, in particular though by the majority population. It was amended in 2002 to the current amount. What's so fascinating about the late passage of the legislation is that the majority rule came into being in 1967, and this tenet of the struggle didn't happen for another 26 years. With the minimum wage, when the minimum wage came into effect, it was $4 an hour, $30 a day, or $150 a week. When you look at the Burma Road riots, indirectly the riots were tied to the thought of locals earning a decent wage and most certainly not less than the foreign workers while carrying out the same duties. Unfortunately, the minimum wage hasn't kept pace with the rate of inflation. If an individual doesn't have any serious responsibilities and is living at home with a parent or parents, survival wouldn't be that difficult. For an adult minimum wage earner, however, it's a whole different story. In reality, earning minimum wage is a massive uphill battle for persons trying to make ends meet. Please bear in mind that minimum wage exists as a protection for those who may not have the highest skill level or best education. But the sad prevailing fact is this: jobs paying minimum wage are in an abundant supply, while the workers filling these jobs are in an even larger supply. So the economics of supply and demand is at work. To further compound the issue for minimum wage earners is the presence of the legal and illegal migrant population competing for many of these same jobs. Can you recall my post last week where a local citizen went into a Chinese owned business seeking employment and was bluntly told, "We don't hire Bahamians"? Wow! What is that enabled a Chinese gentleman who traveled 2,000 miles to these shores to place himself in a position to deny a local citizen the opportunity to feed himself and his family? I'll tell you, the answer is financial literacy. He left his country armed with the knowledge of how to handle money. Stay with me. Now, for surviving minimum wage, number one, you must develop a deep belief in your own dignity and self worth. Martin Luther King always talked about this, and you must always remember that you are not what you do or what you have, but instead you are a God created being of priceless value because you are you, and this country could not be the same without you. God Himself is the creator of self worth, and it's Him who said that you must love your neighbor as yourself. I'm wishing these three things for you in relation to your self worth. First, seek to better understand yourself. Accept you for who you are, and then change your thinking process. I once heard a speaker say that there are no unresourceful people, only unresourceful states of mind. As human beings, we are able to change our situation and our reality by simply changing our outlook on life. In this new state of being, it won't matter what others say or do, because you believe in yourself and you will practice faith over doubt, hope over self-pity, and action instead of contentment. Get out of that box. People will try to devalue you with hopes of dragging you to their level of hopelessness and despair. Remember, misery loves company. I can recall going into the John Bull store downtown. I was looking for a watch for my wife at the time. While standing at the counter, two Caucasian persons came up behind me, and the salespersons darted past me to assist them. This told me the value that salesperson placed on himself. I did walk out and bought the watch elsewhere. For many persons, self-love and acceptance is a work in progress. Step number 2 for surviving on minimum wage. Seek to earn additional income. Usually financial counselors will tell their clients who are struggling that they have two choices: reduce the money going out or find a way to bring in more money. Now, a person on minimum wage is already at rock bottom far as income is concerned, and all their spending should be on necessities. So the cutting back is out of the question, but it's easier to take steps towards earning a little extra income. You can begin by looking for a second job. I know of two persons who, in these COVID times, were able to find second jobs. Places are still hiring security officers, cashiers, and runners to take documents and cash back and forth. Look at possibly selling merchandise door to door or on street corners if need be. But tap into those talents that you know you have and turn them into cash. Now, the permanent way out of minimum wage is to learn a new skill or take the one you already have to the next level by seeking ways to increase your knowledge in that field. Remember, nothing worth having comes without sacrifice. You'll have to give up something to get what it is you want. So you may have to go back to school, nights and things of that sort. And in a shorter time than you think, you'll become your own boss where you will collect as owner as opposed to the low-wage employee. Number 3 for surviving on minimum wage. Pool your resources with others. By this, I'm saying that you are to get with other persons who possess a similar outlook on life in terms of goals and where they wish to take their lives. The idea is to persuade others to see the benefit of all of you coming together so as to lighten one another's load. Firstly, as a group, you list all the expenses to be shared, beginning with rent, food, transportation, water and light, childcare if there are any children, as well as entertainment. As a group, you are able to afford more for less. Now, the doomsday, shallow-minded people around you will say it can't be done and that we locals don't pull together. Just remember that they are the people with the unresourceful state of mind. For these people, everything is impossible. Come to think of it, I know of 2 groups in the past who did this before, and they were all on minimum wage. Now, mind you, it's going to require diligent thought and effort. You will have to look twice as hard to find the right apartment, but they are out there. The final challenge for the group will be the coming together for the purchase of an automobile for which a schedule for use will be set up. Everything will be shared, the gas, the maintenance costs. If your family, friends are backward thinkers and aren't down for this, then put the word out that you're looking for persons to be your roommates. Advertise on social media, and trust me, you will get responses. And this is one of the times where you have to do what you've never done in order to get what you never had. Get out of the box of comfort and fear. Number 4 for surviving on minimum wage, ask for help. Contrary to what you may believe, you are not in this fight alone. When it comes to providing a safety net for the financially disabled, the Bahamas is great at this. I implore you to gather your government-issued documents for you and your children, if you have any, along with your utility bills, and make your way to the nearest social services office. Be certain that you visit the one in your area so you won't lose time being sent to another location. While you're there, you're going to request rental and food assistance, help with water and light bill, school uniform, and for your apartment, a fridge and stove. Please, whatever you do, don't pull any stunts by giving false information, because if found out, you could go to jail. If you still come up short after getting help from social services, check the Salvation Army or the Red Cross. And please bear in mind, you could be male or female, it doesn't matter. If the need is there, social services will provide. And then as we go along, also, especially as single parents, whether you're male or female, once you're the child giver, caregiver, take the other parent to court and get the financial child support. Number 5 and last, for surviving on minimum wage, start learning all you can about handling money. In essence, I am asking you to become financially literate. To begin this journey, go online to Get Money Smart Bahamas or to Central Bank website and look for financial literacy. It's free, and the purpose of the site, according to them, is to help you develop a healthy relationship with your money. Also, look for the audio book Richest Man in Babylon. It's a tremendous book for persons struggling with debt or low income. The book focuses on how to dig yourself out of the financial quicksand with some simple and very inspiring stories. For most of us, the unfortunate thing has been that parents nor schools never taught us about money. Something happened recently which highlighted to me the importance of financial literacy. Professional sport leagues in America are on the verge of opening back up. Because of COVID-19, there are many players who wish not to play, but they must play because of the houses, the cars, the jewelry, and the other stuff that they have bought. On the other hand, there are a few players who have systematically set aside monies from each paycheck and have said to their leagues that they won't be playing. Pro sports is like this. If you play, you get paid. The players who opted not to play are in control of their destiny, while those who can't afford to miss a paycheck are being controlled. Imagine earning millions and can't afford to miss a single paycheck. Insult to injury, at the shutdown due to COVID-19, salaries were stopped and many players took out bridge loans to tide them over until the season starts again. The point here is this: persons being in a financial struggle, whether one is earning minimum wage or millions, the outlook makes the difference. So, until next time, may the God of heaven and his Son, the Christ, bless and prosper you.